Hello guys, welcome to Friends in Tech Automation. We provide practical PLC, SCADA and IoT training. This is another episode of PLC Advanced Programming, and our today's video is about faceplates and reusable user interface components. Now if you check our channel here and you go to Siemens Schematic Operator Panel Development, this playlist provides you with the basics of HMI development, how to connect your PLC to your HMI, how to do tag linking, how to just add some few graphics here and there, and how to do alarms and trends. But the thing is that now if you are designing a HMI for a bigger plant where you have 50 motors, where you have 20 pumps, then it is difficult. This is just for basic. It guides you, it gives you that foundation of how to design HMI. But now what we want to do today is all about advanced. How can you optimize your process? How can you reduce development time? So our topic today is user interface, or what is called templates, just faceplates. So faceplates are just visual component templates. They are visual component templates. So let's get started here. So we really need to understand why we need to learn faceplates, then how to design them in TIA Portal. So we expect that by the end of this, you know how to define and explain the purpose of a faceplate, how to create a faceplate in TIA Portal, how to design reusable HMI components, how to configure faceplate interfaces, then link faceplates to PLC tags and UDTs. So in our previous video, we covered UDTs, that is user defined types, and we created a UDT called motor underscore UDT. So in this video, we want to create a template with motor and start and stop push button. Then we want to link that to our UDT, motor UDT. So implement multiple faceplates instances, apply faceplates in a large industrial process. Now, introduction to faceplate. So a faceplate is just a reusable graphical object used in HMI development. So it's just a template or just a container. So it contains graphical elements. You can have your motor, your graphical motor image, SVG. It contains buttons. You can have start buttons, stop buttons. So indicators, animations, and other parameters. So key analogy here is that you have PLCFB, that's just function block, UDT. So normally what we do, we link this UDT to faceplate interface. Then we have instance DB to faceplate instance, multiple instance to multiple instances. That's not that very important anyway. Then why use faceplate? This is the most important thing you need to understand. Because I mean, you can develop one graphical object, then you can copy and paste. But why not do that? So traditional method is you just create motor 1 graphic, then create a motor 2 graphic, then create a motor 3 graphics. Now you can imagine if you are designing a HMI for a bigger plant where you have 20 motors. So it means that you have to repeat 20 times, or maybe if you are maybe smart enough, you have to create one motor, then copy, paste. But the issue with that is that you have to change tags 20 times again, because the tag for, let's say, start motor for motor 1 is not the same as that for motor 2. So the problem is time consuming, difficult maintenance, and repetitive work. Now, why faceplate? So with faceplate method, you just create one motor faceplate, then you reuse it over and over. So you just call it over and over. If you have 20 motors, you just call it 20 times. So benefits is reduced engineering time, consistent design, easy maintenance, and scalable architecture. So basically this is what we will have. So in our previous video, we created a UDT called UDT underscore motor, and inside that UDT we had start, stop, and running. We didn't add fault and speed. We just wanted to stay basic, but we have start, stop, and running. Now in our HMI side, we need to create a faceplate with start button, stop button, and running indication. So we need to attach this UDT to HMI slide. But now the thing is that I have to teach you how to just attach HMI tag to a faceplate. Forget about UDT in a moment. How do you just add one HMI tag to your faceplate? So that is what we'll start with. Now, let's do the process of creating faceplate in TIA Portal. But the first thing, check our previous video here, what we did in basic HMI design. So this is what we did in basic HMI design. I don't know if you can remember, but you can check our channel this year. So we had this process overview window where we had 3 tanks and I don't know how many of these, 5 pumps. So I want to create a UDT for this tank, storage tank 1, storage tank 2, storage tank 3. So I have 3 of them, but I want to create one template, just one template for this here, for tank, then reuse it over and over. So you can see that with this template here, we have this progress bar, we have numeric display, and we just have some labels here and there. So we'll go ahead and create this here. Then we have to convert it to a faceplate. So we go to TIA Portal. So in TIA Portal, I need to add new HMI. So I'll have to add new device. Then I go to HMI here. Sorry. So I go to HMI here. Then I need to add Comfort Panel. Ensure that you are using Comfort Panel here. Then I want to use 12-inch screen. Then that is just TP 1200 Comfort. Then I can select model number there. That's it. Then just click OK. So once you have this here, you can go through the usual process of configuring your HMI using the wizard. So we have this here. So you want to link this to your PLC. So you want to link this to PLC 4. Remember PLC 4 here is CPU 1215 CSC/DC stroke relay. So I want to link my HMI TP 1200 to step 7 1200 CPU 1215C. So that's okay. And you can see here we are linking this using Ethernet. So it is, we are using Ethernet interface, okay, not Profibus. Then just click finish. If you want, you can click next just to add screen layout, to add alarms. Don't want to focus on that. I can just click finish. So when I click finish here, of course by default we'll have a root screen. So this is the root screen here. But anyway, I'll just go to screens here. So this is screens. And then I will create a new screen. Just add a new screen here. And let's call it process overview screen, okay? So double click on add new screen. Then rename this screen _1 to process overview screen. Process overview screen. Overview screen, that's it. So we have a screen here, process overview screen, and we can open it. Let me delete this one here first. And so this is our process overview screen. It is empty, there's nothing inside. So, oh, come on, this is process overview. Process overview, all right. I don't know why they keep adding these things here. Anyway, we can delete this guy, but anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Don't want anything here. Okay, that's okay. So you have this here. So this is our empty screen. So this is where you need to add or to create something like this. Something like this here. So the thing is that I'll not add all this piping and these pumps. I just want you to understand the concept of faceplates. So I'll just add these 3 tanks. So if you look at that here, what I'll do, I'll just go to basic objects, then I drag a rectangular component there. That's it. And then I will remove the background. So you go to properties down here, then you have to remove, go to properties, then you have to remove background. So background here, background color, instead of adding a color here, you can just select none. You can use none or transparent, just use. So you see here, you select background fill pattern transparent, then border color is 1, but we can change border width to 2. You can just change this to 2 or 3, but 2 is just fine. Okay, that's it. Now you have this here. The next thing we need to add, you go to elements, we need to add progress bar. So this is progress bar, drag and drop it here. That is our progress bar, so you can just extend this. So this is a template here. What I'm creating here is a template, okay? So this is, so I'll just change some few settings here and there so that it can match something that I need here. So I'll remove the background here, or the progress color to, I want it to be green. So just go to properties, select progress bar, go to properties. Let's just check this is what we want here. Yeah, okay. So you can select this, then go to properties here. Just a moment. Okay, good. So you have to change, you can see background color of bar. This here, the foreground color, you want to change this to green. So you can change this to green really fast. That's it. Then what about color scale here? If you look at this here, the border color, because I have to confirm with this one here to match everything. All right, so that's it. So the background should be white. Okay, solid, but okay, solid, fine. Color scale is black. Okay, I have to change this to white, is just fine. So border type, that width is too much, we reduce the width to, that's okay, 2 is okay. Let's just check with this here. 2 is just fine. What else? Scaling, let's check this here. This is what we have here. Okay, with this here, you can just place it here. You can adjust. I think we can work with that. There's no issue with that. That's just okay. So we need to add label here. So you can call it water tank or something else. So you go to basic elements, drag label or just text and place it here. And you can call it water tank 1. So you can call this water tank 1. That's it. That's it. And you can give, because the progress bar here, it has been scaled down to 0 to 100. But now you can define the real capacity of that tank. Maybe it is 2000 cubic meters. 2000 cubic meters. I just define like that. And that's okay. So here we can just add, there's nothing much we need to do here. This is just level transmitter here. So I don't know if you need to add an indication here or just a label. So you can say level transmitter, LT, maybe 001. But now the problem is that don't want to get much into detail here. So LT001. Okay, that's it. Then you can just place it up here. Of course, you can change the font weight of this here. Go to properties and then change the font weight here. So you come to text format, then you have to change this here. 17, it's a lot, man. So you can change this maybe to 12 or something. That's just okay. Let's leave it bold. That's okay. So that's okay. Then you can just put it there. So you can decide to add indication, numeric indication for temperature, but that's okay, because the idea is how do you convert this one template into a faceplate. That's the thing, that's the goal. How do you convert this into a faceplate? Now if you look at this here, I have to check if now if you have this here, you need to convert this to a faceplate. So what you can do here, you can just select everything and then you can group this. Okay, you can group it. So that is a one thing, it's just one object. So the thing is that most people, if you are here, you just select this, copy, paste, 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 paste. Then you have again to link tag to each multiple times. But what we are saying is that instead of doing that, you can select the entire, then you create a faceplate. You click create a faceplate. Now when you hit create a faceplate here, it will do versioning. Remember in our previous video also we talked about libraries, the difference between global and project libraries, and inside project or global libraries we have types and we have master copies. Now by default your faceplates are of type. Okay, so with type you have versioning. So you'll have the version. The first version is version 0.0.1. That is faceplate underscore 1. So you can just call this tank faceplate. So we can call this tank faceplate underscore faceplate. That's it. And you can just click OK. So that is our first version. And now we have it here. Now once you have your faceplate, you need to create properties instances, like where you will attach, let's call them placeholders or instances, where you will attach your tags. Like for example, if we have this progress bar, I want it to monitor level of a tank. So that means that in my PLC, I have a level transmitter connected to my PLC. So inside there, I'm doing some scaling. I don't know if I have anything here for scaling. I don't have anything here for scaling. Okay, that's fine. But I can create a PLC tag here. I can create a PLC tag here and let's call it level. So this is from level meter or level transmitter. So that's it. But remember this here, we need an analog signal. So this will be I for input. Our parent identifier will be an input. But now we have to change this here. We have to change data type. We don't need Boolean. We need analog. So I'll just use integer. Or I can use real. So you can either use int or real here. So you can just type integer. That's it. So once you have integer here, you have to change address. So if the first thing you have to change operand identifier to I, then address you can leave it 0 or you can just change to 2. But let's just leave it to 0. That's okay. So after doing this here, you have to perform scaling of this analog signal that you'll be getting from your level transmitter. Once you have performed scaling, you can attach that to here. But then the thing that come back to your faceplate here, so you need to create, because this is a progress bar here, you need to create a placeholder somewhere where you'll attach your level meter tag, okay, or your PLC tag or your HMI tag. So here you need to create that. So up here you have these icons here. So you can click the first one there. That's the first category. You can just delete this here, or you can click this one here to add a property. So this is the first property here, and you can change this here to level meter. So with this property here, or this instance or placeholder, this is where you'll need to attach your level transmitter tag, PLC tag or HMI tag. So you can just call it level meter. That's it. That's okay. Once you have this here, once you have this, you need to link it to this property here or this object. Now if you look at this group here, if you expand on this group, we have so for me to get this clear, I just have to break this first. I did a so I need to ungroup everything first here. So I'll just ungroup it, group everything so that I can have the rectangle separate, I can have label separate, I can have progress bar separate. So you see here you have rectangle underscore 1, bar underscore 1, and those are just labels. So my interest is this here, bar underscore 1. Now if you select bar underscore 1, I'm not interested with the appearance or visibility or whatever properties, the visual properties. No, I'm only interested with process value, because I need to attach process value to this level meter. So you go to general here, then you can see process value here. At the same time, you can define the maximum and the minimum value, but we don't need to do that here now. So you have to drag this process value and attach it to level meter here. So just drag it and attach it here. That's it. So you can see there's a connection there. That's all you need to do. Let's say that you had some okay, that's okay. Let's just leave it there. Then after editing your faceplate, you need to release a version. So you can come here, then you can release the version. Okay, so to release the version, your apparent version was version 0.0.1, but now after adding your property instances here, you have to release the version. So the version will be version 0.02. So this is your latest version here, and then you just hit OK. So that's okay. Now if you go to your process overview window, this here was version 0.01, so you don't need it. So you can delete this older version, and you can drag the latest version 0.02. Now your faceplate, once you create your faceplate, it will be added to project library under types. So you have tank faceplate, you have version 0.01, and you have version 0.02. So version 0.02 is your latest version. So if I drag this here and place it here, I can use this here. But the thing is that this is the latest version. So this here is not the same as this. You need to get that right. This here is not the same as this. This is the latest version. This is not the latest version. So with this here, if I go to properties down here, with the latest version, if I go to properties down here, you see I have an interface, and under that interface I have level meter. I have level meter, and I can change the static value here if I want. But the thing is that with the older version, that is version 0.01, this one here, if I select this kind of version here and I go to properties, you find I don't have any interface. So I cannot link any HMI or PLC tag to this. So I don't really need it. So I can delete it. I can decide to delete this version here, this, because I don't need it. So this is my version. I can just drag it here. So this is my version 0.02, and I can add, because I need 3 tanks, so I can just drag and drop, 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 drag and drop. That's why it's always good to always use your faceplates with UDTs. So here I have 3 of them, so I can just select all of them, then use layouts here to align everything. Or use layers, sorry. So I can select that, just a moment. So you can do alignment here. You can ensure that they are horizontally aligned or vertically aligned. So you can use this here. evenly distributed like that, but then you want to ensure that they are okay. That's okay. Now we have that. So once you have this here, you can select your first tank and you can attach, you go to properties there, then you can attach your level meter faceplate property to your actual PLC tag or HMI tag. So since we don't have any HMI tag, but the moment we select PLC tag, HMI tag will be created automatically. So you select this, then you go to PLC4, you go to PLC tags here, and you can show all tags or default tag table, whatever that is. Do I have them here? That is motor tags, PLC tags. Just a moment. Should be PLC4. Alright, since our tag is not appearing there in the list, you'll have to create that HMI tag. So scroll down to your HMI. Scroll down to your HMI, then you can add HMI tags. Show all tags. So you can create a new tag here. This is level meter. Level meter. Let's just say level meter 1. Maybe we have several. So then you need to attach this to a PLC tag. So PLC tag here is not defined. So you have to define it here. So you have to select PLC, which PLC. So we have to use PLC4, this here, and you have to go to PLC tags. So the problem is that I can't find under PLC tags, I can't find level. Okay, we go there again. PLC4, PLC data tags, default level meter. Okay, it's there. That's okay. Now if you go to your process overview, select the first tank, go to properties, and then here if you click here and you select HMI tag and you go there, you can see that you have, if you go to HMI tags here, defaults, I need to save this project for those changes to be effective here. I don't know, it's okay. Default tags, I need to do savings. I don't know if you have seen the issue. Okay, there's an issue because when you are defining level meter data type, what was the data type? So if you open this faceplate here and you go to edit faceplate, click edit faceplate, let's check the properties of this faceplate. So you have to go to properties here and you have to check this. So these are double. Oh no. So these are double, and what we have defined in PLC tags here, this is an integer. This is an integer, so there's a problem. So there's a problem here. So you have to change this to double if you need it to work, okay? So you have to give it dint or something. So you can use, you can use dint. That's it, okay. Then you have to change. But now if you change dint there, so you can change this one as well here to dint. That's okay now. But the problem with faceplate, if you make any slight change, you have to release the version. You have to release the version here. So this will be version 0.03. Now if you release this version, remember whatever you have here is not version 0.03. This here is version 0.02. So you have to update all this here. So if you select this one here, you have to update this here. So in order to update all your objects here, you just select that faceplate, tank underscore faceplate, then you update types. Do you want to update the entire project or just library? So you want to update this project. This project is YouTube tutorial. Then okay, that is YouTube tutorial. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to do. Now clearly you can see that now we don't have that error here. So that's how you can use faceplates. That's how you can create faceplates, and that's how you can link them in TIA Portal. So in our next video, we want to talk about how we can use faceplates together with UDTs. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a like.